Duff Miller is somewhere which is dynamic, it's very focused with this beautiful undercurrent of exam success. That's what people come here for. They want to have the results, they want to get to their first choice university. The thing is, it sounds cliche, but Duff Miller is somewhere where we can make dreams happen.
We like to think that we have very ambitious students, and they are targeting mostly the top universities, and the vast majority of our students do get into the so-called Russell group of universities, so we're very proud of that.
I want to get into university, a top-notch university, so it provides me the pathway to get where I want to be, so it's tailored to what I want, and that's why I'm here.
I think Duff Miller is a really fun, friendly, hard-working, brilliant environment to learn and grow and really develop the skills you need to go on in life.
At Duff Miller there's like loads of different people who come here from different places, so it's really nice. So you get to meet different people from different backgrounds, and everyone's just so interlinked and friendly that you just meet friends like really easily.
They all come here for the same reason I do, to get an excellent education or re-education.
A lot of people ask me what the most important thing about Duff Miller is. I think without doubt it's the staff. It runs like a golden thread through everything that we do. They are hugely experienced, they are very well qualified, many of them have been examiners, and they know exactly what's required to get the best results out of the students.
They don't just deliver the content for an hour or 2 hours. Their enthusiasm really comes through, and I think that the students respond to that.
Hands down the best teachers I've ever come across in my extensive academic career at this point. Just so knowledgeable, always willing to help, always looking out to make sure everyone's on the same page.
The strength of any school necessarily resides in the quality of its teachers, and I think that is Duff Miller's strength. The good teacher, the really good teacher, is the one who conveys the sense that what they're doing is necessary and important.
All the teachers at Duff Miller go the extra mile, and as head I try to go the extra mile as well. So it's not only about just running a school. I teach as many students as I can. I teach psychology, I teach chemistry, so I can have that interaction. So not only do I know the students on a level of principal to student, I also know them at a teaching level, and it means that I've got complete knowledge of what the students is like.
The teachers are really focus you on exactly what you need. They have their own notes that are solely focused on exams, so you don't have any textbooks, nothing like that, it's all given to you.
The focus is on students doing the exam, the focus of giving them an organised small set of notes that contain everything they need to know, and then to show them how to use information from the notes in the right place to produce tidy, efficient answers to questions.
Our teacher Gareth, he gives us his own notes that he's done for us, which is obviously from the text within the syllabus that we have to learn, because what he gives you is the specific things that you need for the exam to get the optimum grades you would need to obviously go do medicine or whatever you would like to do.
The main focus is that you use the teacher's own notes. It is a lot easier to read, and you feel it's more personable and explained better than it might be in a textbook.
I've been teaching for well over 20 years, I've been an examiner for over 20 years. I know how exams work, how they're marked, what you'll get marks for, what you won't, and these are the rules of the game. There's no point, if you like, teaching students equations and graphs and algebra and geometry if you don't also show them how these things are going to be marked. And so we make sure students understand how exams are marked, so that when they're in an exam they know how to focus their answers, how to sort of tick the right boxes.
The first thing to notice about Duff Miller is the class sizes. Most class sizes are about 6 people, which is very good. You get a lot of productivity out of the lessons. You become very close with your teachers.
Class sizes are really small here, which means that all the students get a lot of individual attention, and there's no way in which they can go unnoticed or fall behind in their work. For a subject such as mine as well, because discussion and debate is so important, it's really good to have a small class so students feel confident to express their opinions and to build arguments and just give things a go really in the classroom, which is the way that I really like to teach.
In general, you get to spend more time with the teachers because quite a few lessons are 2-hour sets. So
you'll have a little break, but you'll get more out of it because you can ask more questions and it's a bit more focused.
The teacher can change his teaching style to fit my learning style.
It's one of the benefits of a small class size, more adaptive to everyone, rather than just kind of being sheep sitting there listening and writing notes or whatever. You actually kind of interact.
As you progress along the course, there are EPPs, which are basically a weekly exam that you will take, written by the school, normally with past exam questions, some actually written from teachers, from your teachers.
These are designed to help the students cope with the exams that are coming ahead, also letting them know that they've learnt the work that they've been taught during the term, and the parents and the teachers know that the work they're doing is actually sinking in.
You feel like you're sitting in kind of like an exam, an informal exam, so you get used to the environment of being in a big room with lots of people in there. Having that kind of constant practice of sitting in a room for a long period of time when it's really quiet and doing your work, it does help, makes you feel a lot more comfortable.
That's partly why my parents chose Duff, because they can actually keep an eye on how I'm progressing and whether I actually am listening in lessons.
Here at South Kensington we have a lot to do. We have the museums, we have a lot of restaurants, we have easy access to most parts of the city. I mean, I'm only about 20 minutes away from home.
Well, in terms of the area, you can't really beat South Kensington, I think. It's central, it's accessible from all lines of transport.
South Kensington is really nice. It's really nice here. There's loads of coffee shops and places where you can buy lunch.
Museum.
Yeah, the museum is right opposite, so if you want to do different scenery.
It is a very beautiful location. All the houses around the area, they're really old, nice, proper English houses, which are really, really nice as well.
It's a privilege to be studying in such
definitely.
nice place. Yeah.
We also have free access to Imperial's gym, so we can go swim, go keep fit, which is great.
Also in the gym they have a climbing wall, which is really good, so we can actually have access to that as and when we need. We also use the squash courts in the basement. The environment's a really good one, and the campus is just around the corner, so we can actually use it as and when we need, which is a really good way for the students to actually get their fitness and health up during school hours.
Duff Miller is a very adult environment. We expect a lot of our students, but interestingly they thrive under that environment. It would appear the more homework we give them, the harder they work. The teachers want them to do really well and the students want to do really well, and that reciprocal relationship produces A grades.
We work hard as teachers to make sure that our students achieve and hopefully exceed their potential and go to top Russell Group universities.
Yeah, the teachers actually want our grades as badly as us.
Yeah, they really motivate you. Yeah.
I came from a boarding school before, which is obviously very routine, and they sort of make you learn the stuff. It's not your choice to learn it. Whereas at Duff, I sort of feel that I am taught how to work myself, set time schedules to do studying and all that, which is just fantastic. So that I've devised my own way to study and learn and revise, which is something that you would never get at other schools.
In my other schools, I always had to be in school, even though I didn't have lessons. And here, they treat you like an adult.
Yeah,
you can
much
go
more freedom.
Yeah.
You know, during my time there, I learnt so much, not just the subjects I was studying, but also sort of how to manage a pretty big workload, revision, exams throughout the year. And I really think those sort of translated when I went on to university, and I'm now at law school, taking solicitors exams, and I still find myself referring back to the same techniques that I was taught here.
I loved it here. It was a brilliant 2 years. I really learnt so much. I feel like it really prepared me for leaving and going on to university. And I mean, the teachers are amazing here. I found that because everyone's so enthusiastic about the subjects, it really got me enthusiastic about the subjects. And I didn't actually consider doing English at university, but I had such a great teacher here that it really just spurred me on to continue down that path of education.
Duff Miller has an excellent interview training programme. We look at training for medical school, dental school, law, or Oxford and Cambridge. And we look at many parts of the interview process. We'll look at sort of standard questions, but also atypical questions. And we'll also give them training in eye contact, body posture, vocal delivery, so that they can not only have the perfect answer, but also express themselves in the perfect way.
Here at Duff Miller, we actually maintain a very sort of extensive work experience programme. Some of our sort of placements include large city law firms, large companies such as Goldman Sachs. We also very much are geared towards sort of medical placements such as general practices, dental practices, and working alongside doctors and other sort of specialists in their field.
We offer a massive range of subjects here. Obviously all the standard traditional subjects, biology, chemistry, physics, English literature, English language, but also we offer a more diverse range, including things like film studies, textiles. So every single student can be catered for. On top of that, we run an unparalleled flexibility in our timetable. So there is no blocking, there is no situation where students can't do particular subject combinations. So an example could be you could do biology and English literature, which is often a pairing which you can't do in a more traditional environment. And that works perfectly because it means that they can really do exactly what they want to do.
I've been teaching drama here for 18 years, and it's not just for those who want to go into acting, such as Tom Hardy, although he's done obviously very well, but lots of people go on to do sort of psychology degrees or go into English or even medicine because of the communication skills that are so important. As part of the course, I try to make it as hands-on and as fun as possible, because if people are having fun and they're actually acting and getting up and doing, then they're going to learn far better. So we always hire professional theatres for the productions. That's really important because that's what's going to really lift the students and make sure that they reach their potential.
The aim of this school is to make sure you can do the best you possibly can, and that's it. They just let you do the best you possibly can, and they make it simple.
If I had to sum up Duff Miller, there is independence, friendly atmosphere, and great place to learn and enjoy the subjects that you do.
Unique, focused and friendly.
I would go as far as to say it's an ideal environment to nurture your skills before you head off to university.
I would say a creative learning environment. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Whole different outlook on education, really.
Teaching is an amazing profession, and providing a place where students can fulfil and hopefully even exceed their potential is a great privilege, but also a great responsibility. Education is not the answer to the question. Education is the means to the answer to all questions. And what better reason to make this great college greater?